Alright, we're back. Apologies, everyone. My PC just completely locked up between games. I was sitting there waiting for a whisper, like, where's the map? Why are you guys not telling me? And then I realized, oh, why can't I type on the keyboard? So it looks like it's all better now. And one thing I didn't get to do before we broke, but I'll do it now. My only real responsibility as a caster is to give people points. So we're going to give Cloud of Minds a point for the first map and declare them the winner of the Tomb of the Spider Queen. So PC's back up. Looks like the my microphone is good to go. And we're going to Battlefield of Eternity for the second map. Bork Side of the Moon picked the map. So Star Knight and his Cloud of Minds cadre will have the first pick. So we are just waiting for the team to start. So chat, since you've had so much time to think about it while we're waiting between game 1 and 2, who's your MVP of game 1? I'm going to give it to, if I had to pick a player, probably go with Kian, because there were some really good stabs in there. I mean, everyone on both sides played well, so it's a nice tight game up until the very end. But I think your real winner there is just macro. The macro of the blue team was just super good. So we'll see if they can correct that in the second game. And Bork Side of the Moon trying to extend their season by another game. Cloud of Minds wanting to put this one in the books and get to bed. So CM is ready. Bork is ready. So we are starting. I see the countdown. We are go for launch, everyone. All right, let's get into the draft. On BOE, as the cool kids call it. The cool kid plus me. I'm not putting myself in the cool kids category, just in case anyone thought that's what was going on. That was not. All right, Cloud of Minds, what don't you want to play against? If I'm going to ban one hero just based on the first game, it's going to be Junkrat, because the Junkrat was so annoying. It was poking at them when they were trying to get the boss, like 7 out of the 8 times they tried to go for it, and then trying to get that mid keep, he single-handedly kept them at bay, and they weren't able to get up and put damage on the keep. Kind of forced the team back. Alright, so Mephisto. There must be a really good Mephisto player over there that Cloud of Minds does not want to play against. And Bork Side of the Moon might agree with my MVP assessment, because they've said, Kian, no for Malthael. Or Malthael's last game. This game is Imperious. I swear I know the difference. One of them's gold, one of them's black. And Phoenix. I've heard a rumor that there's a really, really good Phoenix player on Bork Side of the Moon. I think it's 10, if I'm not mistaken. So that ban doesn't surprise me. Are they going to leave Johanna up? They can get Johanna or Stukov if they want. Johanna's gone, so if they want to, normal healer medic, get the healer early, I wouldn't be surprised to see Anduin or Stukov come out. But then again, with both of them still up, they know they can get them on the second, third pick, so not sure what the priority is going to be. It's going to be Anduin. Peach is going to be yanking people all over the map. Pew, pew, pew. I guess not so much for pew, pew, but a yoink, yoink. Oh, the Hanzo does come out. His nipple staring at me. Can we just get one skin where Hanzo's wearing a shirt? That's what I want for Christmas. A Hanzo shirt skin. Kian didn't get to play the Malthael in game 1, but he does get to play in game 2 after they took Imperious away, so. And the Shimada brothers going to be joined up by Diablo. Junkrat makes through the ban phase, and Ruffian says, I don't want to face it, so I will just play it instead. She's been known to play Junkrat from time to time. None of the band picks you would classify as burners on this map got taken. You might see a Raynor, a Valent, an Artanis, a Greymane, maybe even a Lunar or something like that. But they've chosen to go in kind of a more team fighty direction here. Hanzo can rip the Immortal down, but I think he's in a slightly lower tier than the others I just mentioned. Chat, if I'm wrong, correct me. I live to have people on the internet correct me at all times. So Tychus not going to be allowed to play, and they stick to that Nazebo ban. So Mephisto and Nazebo gone. We do have a roster change. Did Tin play last game? I don't think he did. Pardon me, they. I'm not sure what the pronouns are. I don't think they played last game. But then again, I might be wrong. Yes, Wraithling, the stream is back. Our national nightmare is over. Thanks for being there, buddy. So Yatre gets the Blaze, and we have Brightwing keeping people alive this time. Wow, I can't believe Stukov is not banned or picked. I love playing Stukov on this map. You just get out there by the Immortal and just take that hand and just start slapping it. Alright, Cloud of Binds, what are you going to do for your last two picks here? TikTok. The May that was banned earlier comes out to play, and Rainer, so we do have a more traditional burner for this map. No, sorry, unfortunately, the under the desk cam is out of operation, so you'll just have to look at this one right here. I know it's not much to look at, but great thing, I don't know if you noticed, but I did break out the old colors for tonight. Little throwback.
This realm needs me.
And Li Ming, so I'm not sure how this is going to play out, burn or defend wise. I'm in the first one, I assume everyone burns, but I'm not sure who wins. Who do you think, chat? Who has a better burn on this map? I'm not sure. I probably give it to Bork Side of the Moon with Ming and Hanzo, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. All right. Well, teams are done, so let's get into it. Alright, we are back in game, and no Wraithling. There is no OnlyFans for the Under the Desk Cam stream. Stop starting rumors. Alright, so let's introduce the teams. We've got Peach on the Anduin, Ruffian on the Junkrat, Star Knight on the May, Lana on the Rainer, and Malthael on the top lane already. That's Kian. We've got Yatre on Blaze. We've got Silver Spy on the Brightwing, and we have Tin on the Ming, Matlock on the Diablo, and Akari on the Hanzo. So let's go to the mid lane. Oh wait, we can't do that on this map. So we go to the bottom lane. Now chat, I will give someone $20 if you can give me a good reason why this is always the lane the 4-man goes to. Why do we never 4-man the top lane unless we're doing some like weird gank cheese to start the game? I do not understand, but there's this unwritten rule that we go to the bottom lane. I don't know why. Same thing with Braxis. Oh, Diablo get a little bit of a stun there and gets boots back by Junkrat, but not enough damage this early in the game to take him down. Let's go check out that top lane matchup. We're going to see Malthael versus Blaze. No one's going to get a lot of value up there quite yet this early in the game, but could get a little spicy later on. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. Meantime, we'll head back in the bottom lane. Oh, Star being very, very patient up there and comes out and forces Diablo back a little bit and gets the root, and he's not going to make it home. He'll be back in 14 seconds. So we have first blood, and that's going to let Cloud of Mines come in and move in on this camp. I don't think there's going to be any way to contest it. It'd probably not be smart to try. So looking at the talents, let's see, what do we have? Hanzo is stacking his simple geometry. Looks like that's the only collection quest we have. Oh, in the top lane, that's no longer one-on-one. That is Ming, and Malthael does not like to be to take poke damage. That's how you beat him. So he has to back up, and they are going to take that top camp. I think Ian's going to have to let them and just defend it. But in the meantime, in the bottom lane, we are pushing that camp getting a little bit of value. They haven't been able to step up and really deal with it. Just spears being thrown all over the place. Diablo with the flip, but May's going to do her cryo trick there. Oh, Brightwing. Is Brightwing in trouble? Nope. She's crafty and she evades the root to that top lane. So Ming's come back down to the bottom. So that camp getting a little bit of value, but I think he'll be able to clean it up fairly quickly. In the meantime, in the bottom lane, that blue camp is finally cleaned up at 220. So we expect both teams to be on their respective back camps. Anyone who knows this game or plays it a lot was expecting that. Oh, Blaze getting chunked down a little bit. What can he take? Oh, die alone, yeah. That's kind of bad for him to be alone with him. He's just going to rip the health right out of his soul. Team's waiting to capture that until right before the Immortal, so... Looks like Cloud of Minds is going to go and just start burning away. Well, they're going to come down and play a little bit of defense, use the circles to their advantage there. Zoom it back out so we can get a little more real estate here on the screen. Diablo with the root, I think he's going to get out. He's a little bit low. Mate does get him in the circle. And Kian's come down and join the party. A lot of damage going out. Diablo, he's blinded. And he is actually going to fall. But Malthael goes next. Bing got him with a big orb. Nice pull there. Ooh, and then Star Knight does a good job to two-step right out of the Immortal stun. So Red Immortal is a little bit lower, and looks like they're probably going to get the Immortal. Bork coming back to do a little bit of defense, but I think Raynor, as long as he can back up a little bit, yeah, he is going to get it. So that's going to be about a 20% shield, so nothing to sneeze at. I don't think they're going to get the globes in the middle, though. And Junkrat's going to have to take a little break. Ming saw to it. So what do we got situation-wise to the bottom? Blaze and Malthael going again. Immortal comes to the top, and both teams send 4 to the top with it. Dead even on experience here. Both teams just picking up their 7s. Diablo, Souls to the Flame, Natural Bones, got it. Immortal's taking quite a bit of damage. I think they're going to get it before the wall goes down. So, no, they do open half yeah, that whole wall. So, more damage than I thought. Alright, what do we do now, people? Oh. Sorry, I bet if anyone got motion sick there. What's Bing doing? Bing is Calamity, so look, we're here to be jumping in and looking for that reset. Get the first kill, you might get 2 or 3 more, but you gotta get the first one. Hanzo's starting that camp, but everybody's here. I don't know that he's going to be able to finish it. Cloud of Mind's actually going to kill everything. Are they going to be able to capture it? Diablo charges in. He's going to get... Oh, he does not get the flip off. And Bork Side of the Moon actually captures the camp. They were able to get May off just long enough. And so they're going to push with that camp. And in the bottom lane, it looks like Red's fort is fairly low. They don't know their camps or anything, so they're just going to trade a little bit. We'll stay up here at top. Oh, Diablo gets rooted and he's really low, and then May with a nice little pushback there, and then crowd to keep her safe. So Diablo is going to be spawning just as the objective appears, so he's going to be a little late to the fight. We'll see if that changes anyone's thinking. So our Cloud of Minds, are they getting ready for the burn, or are they going to come over here and look for some heroes to hurt? Yeah, they're going to play a little defense wall. So yeah, they've got Raynor back on the burn, and they're just going to play defense. Use the Immortal, use the stuns. Nice dive in there by Star. He's doing a good job of just getting a little bit of the placement on Diablo, just enough to make him not super comfortable. So, and then the blind doesn't hurt either. And then the boop on top of it, and then Malfield jumps in and does some soul ripping damage there. And is he going to chase Bing? He thought about it, but I think he's going to back off. And ooh, that orb nearly caught him. In the meantime, back on the Immortal. Red Immortal's going to go down, it looks like, with about a 60% shield. Bork side of the moon, seeing they're not going to get the objective, gets the next best thing, so they're going to take that camp. Alright, the Immortal's back in the top lane, so let's see what happens. Looks like everybody's healthy in the bottom lane. I see full health bars there. What did Malfield do? Okay, he went last right, so we're not going to see that tormented souls. Immortal's still got a shield, so it's still got a ranged attack, so it's going to stand back a little bit. Bork side of the moon working to rip that shield off and kill the rest of the Immortal. Oh, nice boot there to put Brightwing in danger. She does blink out, and the Ice Wall doesn't land on anyone. But the Light Bomb is going to get, while it does not get Brightwing, Brightwing blinks out of it, but Diablo is not going to be as lucky. He charges Star to get out. Wow. Everyone's still alive. I would not have called that. Immortal is finally going to go down. It looks like it's taking down one, about half the wall there, so. And the camp up top, so we're going to take the camp. I think they're going to get it this time. I don't think Bork side of the moon is going to play any shenanigans here. That's just going to go blue. And where's Imperius going? Are we going to come down here and take the camp? We're just going to hang out with these. Just going to hang out. Nope, you've got friends. I would expect them to come and take that camp, but maybe they're going to pull up short and try and get a pick here. Yep, they're going to start it, so they do have numbers here. I don't think they have vision of the red players on top. I think they might have. I think they knew what the game was right there. And they're just going to siege with the camp. They're hoping to get that fort down and get that catapult action started in the bottom lane. Once again, comes down to map pressure, doing a really good job of keeping the blue flowing. Oh, Brightwing with a nice blink to waste the light bomb there. Icefall gets 2, and then Junkrat's going to throw Riptire on top of it. But then Diablo comes back with the APOC, hits 3. Malfield goes down. Raynor is able to escape the wiggling beam there. And I think everyone else is going to get away. Yeah. Ming's really too low to chase there, so. Alright, so I guess they're going to take the camp. Yep. And wins the other camp up. So nothing else up on the map really to do. This is the dangerous time when there's nothing to do. It's easy to go looking for something to do and force something. And Diablo walked right up to May. I don't know how Star is that patient. You need to teach me that, Star. I cannot just stand there and let him walk up to me like that and not freak out. So well played. And Bork side of the moon putting a hurt on the Immortal this time, so almost a halftime, and Cloud of Minds hasn't really touched it. Raynor's going, he started on it, so, but we're going to have a team fight here. Diablo has to back away. Ming's up there with full health, though. She keeps slinging those orbs, misses that one. She took the cooldown reduction, so you miss an orb, you don't get the cooldown reduction. You keep hitting, it's pretty awesome. Alright, Raynor's gotten the Immortal down to almost half. Ice Wall zones him out but doesn't hit anyone. The Riptire kind of looping back on Diablo. He does get the APOC off before it lands though, so Junkrat goes down. I think Last Rites is going to take down Diablo. It does. Ooh, Star with a nice cryo there. It might have saved him from that big orb. And nice blind there. Brightwing's going to be able to blink out of it. He's going to get the Immortal here. Star goes down, so we have 5-3. It looks like Bork side of the moon's going to have a little moment in the sun here. So they are defending hard. They've got just Hanzo back on the Immortal, and they're just going to get it. So not a lot of shield, but an Immortal with no shield is better than an Immortal for the other team. So go red team. All right, they're going to come back and come to the bottom and start pushing with that. Blaze, in the meantime, having to defend. There's that little catapult that we get for taking the fort down. So Blaze has got to go deal with it. Mortalback getting a lot done here. He's got one of the towers down. He's got the other tower down. He's down to about 40%. I don't think they're going to take significant damage on the fort. It's going to go down about 25%. May comes in with the slide, and then the ice wall hits just Hanzo. Hanzo gets booped away, but he's able to do that Shimada thing and jump to safety. What's a Shimada workout look like so that those guys can do all that jumping? I'm guessing it's a very active, dynamic kind of a thing. It would make me tired just watching. Oh, Blaze thought about coming in for the stun, but May said no, have fun walking through the blizzard, so he kind of had to rethink his steps there. Malthael taking the camp in the top. Yep, he'll get that. Meantime, Bork side of the moon taking the one in the bottom. That camp in the top will start marching to the core, though. The one in the bottom's got a fort to go through. And 4 angry members of Clouded Minds waiting to defend and take it down. Getting out so you can see a little more. There we go. So that camp is the only thing to really contend for on the map right now. Bork side of the moon is, I think they're going to start it here. Our Cloud of Mind's going to contest it? Probably not. I mean, why make that mistake? Or, necessarily a mistake, but why give the other team a chance to make a play? They'll be able to defend that. If not, they've got 2 forts to give. They're going to take their camp. I think they'll be able to get it down and be in burn position just a couple seconds after it starts.
There is no escaping my justice.
All right. Both teams kind of playing a little defense here. Ming just throwing the orbs there, trying to weave them through traffic. Just gotten a couple in there. Chunking it down with some nice damage. Diablo gets stunned, and in the blizzard, and a Hyperion on top of him, and he's not going to survive that, I don't think, because Keegan's going to get a light bomb, and also Brightwing not going to be here for a little bit, so Cloud of Mind's pushing up on the Immortal. They'd like to get that down ASAP. They've got a camp pushing top, but I think they'll take the Immortal first and then go send someone back to deal with the camp. Even if they give that entire fort, that's not the end of the world. But I don't think they're going to have to. Malthael's going to be able to clear it up. So they are just going to rip the rest of the Immortal down. Bork side of the moon's getting a little bit of shield off of it, but it's still going to be a half shield Immortal. So, yeah, almost exactly half. Alright, they're going to get the globes. Chop chop. And XP still, even though the structures are a little bit uneven, XP is still really close, so I don't know that Cloud of Minds is going to get a big 20 advantage. Now, if the Immortal takes the keep down, yeah, then they're going to get 20 first, so I think that's what they're looking for. Get the keep, get 20, and then maybe force a fight before the other team has it. But you don't want to give someone a fight when you're almost 20 if you can avoid it. Blaze being sneaky in the back there. He's looking to charge in on someone, I think. I don't know if he's going to find it, though, so he has to back up. Malthael kind of stalking him there. The Immortal is on the keep now. Hyperion's going to help out. Blaze has to use that charge to get to safety, but doesn't quite get all the way to safety. Drops the bunker. That's going to keep him alive, but he's got a lot of friends ready to meet him when he gets paroled from that bunker, and he is going to have to sit out for a little to take a break. Light bomb goes off, doesn't land on anyone. However, Diablo getting body blocked and pushed back. Last rites goes off, and he does survive, at least for the moment. So he does go down. We don't get to stack for last rites, but we still have Diablo. He's going to be back up. Not mini Diablo anymore. Not baby Diablo, but I like to call him Diablo Jr., which is 25 souls. So Malthael goes down. Ming with the beam, trying to take someone down, but Cloud of Mind's doing a good job of serpentining and not running in a straight line away from Li Ming. And they're going to take this camp. Oh, Li Ming, is she stuck? Nah, she's okay. She's got friends coming back. So the camp goes. Camp's available at the top, and it looks like that's where Cloud of Minds is going to be going next. At least where Raynor is. They're going to hang out down here. What's going on? What big brain stuff are we cooking up here, guys? Looking for that team fight. Oh, 20's almost here. Alright, you got half a level. Do something with it. And we'll take the inner fire, the light bomb upgrade. I like it. Let's see that one is up much, but I like it. Star jumps in and then gets the ice wall. Get a little bit of anti-synergy there. The ice wall prevents the light bomb from getting a target, but I think Diablo is going to go down. So, oh, he does. But then, oh, the APOC goes down and Star May is down and Anduin's down. So that's a 3-for-1 there. That looked like was going to go the other direction, and it kind of changed in a hurry. Malthael is kind of waiting for them to pop out of that bunker, but I think that might be... Yeah, he probably didn't want to be there. So that's 3 down to 1. So Bork side of the moon, thinking, good buildings, good buildings. We want catapults too. Catapults are fun. Catapults are nice. Everybody should have one. Trelane is making him rethink taking that, but I think Ming's going to be able to poke it down, maybe. Maybe not. And there we go. Periodic catapults and XP. In the meantime, Hanzo started the burn, so he's ahead of the game here. Cloud of Mind's going to get their camp to get that working, keep that macro up. They are going to sacrifice a little bit of the Immortal. Probably going to just wait and play it at halftime here. And we are at halftime. We'll see where the Immortals decide to spend the second half of the fight. Let's see what's going on up here. That Ford's about half health. And Bork side of the moon just trying to rip this thing down. Cloud of Mind's trying to defend it here, so nobody's touching the Red Immortal, at least for now. They'll be looking for a kill. Both teams at 20 now, of course. So that is even. May doing a nice job of just forcing people back with that blizzard. Not letting them be comfortable up near his team. Ming just poking that thing away, and you can't. The only way to stop it is to stand in front of it, and you don't really want to stand in front of that orb if she hits it from a distance, so. Immortal for red still looking to be 100%. Ice Wall gets, is that Diablo in there? I think it is. The Riptire goes. I think it might have been killed. But the APOC, a couple of sick APOCs in this game, that was another one, so. Nobody dies this time, though. Well, I may have spoken too soon. Well, if Malthael goes down, he's going to take a Shimada with him. And Peach says, nope, you don't need to trade yourself. Let's just take the one and let's go kill the Immortal. So we've gone from the Blue Immortal almost being dead to Bork side of the moon being on the back foot just a little bit. And Blue team ripping that Red Immortal apart. And, oh yeah, they're taking core damage too. Although I think that's been cleared up. It cleared itself up. Didn't even knock the shield off. So Blue Immortal is going to stand, Red Immortal is going to fall. Diablo is in amongst a lot of blue nameplates. He's going to get out. Malthael jumps in to hopefully kill him. Doesn't quite get him, but he does jump in onto Blaze and is able, I think that was a Wraith Strike, to get back onto Blaze and kill him. So this is going to be a big Immortal. Not a lot of shield, but we're at level 21, so they're all big at this point. So that keep has got to be thinking to itself, I hope my insurance is paid up. Do you buy insurance on a keep? That might not be a bad idea. I'll go look into that. Get my people on it. Start with a nice cryo there to avoid the orb. That one does land. Oh, just got that beam, just being annoying. Heat gut does go down. Immortal still really healthy. Is Cloud of Mind thinking about ending? They do have a 5v4. Yeah, the call to end has been made. I think the Hyperion comes out. May drops the ice wall more to just keep Diablo out of the fight for a little bit. And that Immortal is just, yeah, there's nothing anybody can do about it. That goes 150 to 0, and that is the game. And with it being the second game, that is also the series. So let's look at the tail of the tape, shall we? So let's see who did the most damage. So 10 coming out with that Li Ming 730, putting up 104,000 and a lot of siege damage too. Flip it around, siege damage. Wow, that goes over to Malthael, which is weird that Malthael gets more siege damage because he's not all that good at sieging. So maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. But a lot of self healing. A lot of that was probably the die alone. If you're in the solo lane and you're alone with a guy, you can rip a lot of health just right off of him and a lot of XP. So can't have a good game on the Malthael, but good game on both sides. Cloud of Mind's got up a little bit early, but then Bork Side of the Moon made a game of it, and they had a couple opportunities there when they were up by a man or two, and they took the bottom fort, just weren't able to kind of get that last push. But one of those team fights late goes differently. This game comes down a completely different way. So let's head back over to the map screen, and by the power vested in me by NGS in the state of Missouri, I'm going to give someone a point, and that point goes over to Cloud of Minds. So that gives them 2 points. That puts them into the playoffs, round 2, and Bork Side of the Moon will be have all the offseason to regroup. Nothing to hang anyone's head about, though. Both teams played really well. So we're going to take a little break. I'm going to see if I can get someone in here for a post-game interview, and we'll see you on the other side of that. Thanks.
You have finally returned home.
Home? You destroyed my home. Slaughtered innocents. Left peaceful realms in ruins. You broke your promise.
I will not be questioned. Return to the tower at once. Fine.
How could you?
Dead magic. I am beyond that power.
You're wrong.
Hey everybody, we are back with Star Knight, Captain of Clouded Mind. So, how's it feel to be moving on to round 2?
I mean, it feels pretty good. It was a very hard fought series, so
Yeah, it was.
glad
It was.
we were able to get by. It's gonna
Yeah,
rotate.
definitely. Could have gone either way in a couple of spots. So, MVP. If you had to name an MVP of the series, who's going to be?
It's obviously me. No, it's not.
Well, it's going to be confident, I guess. Star.
Yeah, right. I would probably say Trelana did a really good job tonight. Like everybody was very like on point like that, but he was very exceptional tonight. So I would say
Yeah, you guys.
he would be the guy to give the
He,
MVP to.
he did there a lot of DPS, a lot of untimely deaths. So, not going to disagree there. So, if you have to pick a least valuable player on your team, no, don't do that.
Still
I'm just trying to-
definitely me.
I know. I'm just trying to stir up some drama for absolutely no reason at all. So, so I will give you guys 5 demerits for getting rid of Braxis. I didn't get to cast Braxis. It wasn't your fault, but you were involved. You were there. You could have maybe convinced him to play Braxis. So that's 5 points. 5 points right there. You guys get rid of Sky Temple of Sky. They get rid of Braxis and Garden. Are those more that those are not comfort picks for you, or are those maps that Bork Side of the Moon just plays exceptionally well and you didn't want to see them on those maps?
So whenever we were researching them, we saw that the last maybe 3 or 4 series that they've played after us, they were very much like leaning on those Sky Temple and Volskaya maps, which, I mean, still don't know why Sky Temple is in this rotation, but you know, it's just it's a it's just, you know, not a map that anyone in NGS I think likes, but apparently they do. So we said no to that.
All
That's
right.
really it.
So we got Tomb and Spider Queen for the second one, and or for the first one, and that boss. So out of the 17 attempts at the boss, how many of those were full fledged? We think we're really going to take the boss, and how many of them were let's just kind of halfway take the boss and hope that they come in and do something silly trying to steal it from us? Was that a bait, or were you actually, yeah, we want to get the boss from the jump?
um, I think it's I mean, I made the call every single time, get the boss and to back off. So it was kind of a split-second decision every single time I was doing that. It's like, yeah, we can get it. No, we can't get it. Yeah, we can get it. No, we can't. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was
No.
like Bork. They would show in another lane and you would start it, and then they would like, "What's that?" I
They
smell
had
a boss
a
being taken. And then they would immediately show up, and it was very entertaining. So you guys could have done that for another couple hours. We probably would have eaten our popcorn and enjoyed it.
they had really good vision control too with what they had in their comp, and the Lunara Wisp was really kind of, if that wasn't a thing, I think we could have done a lot more on that map. But we, at that point in the game, were very lucky to be in a position where they had no keeps, so it was just going to be constant pressure no matter what we did. So we knew eventually we could do it. It's just we had to be very patient with it.
Yeah, you guys did a good job of not trying to force that and just waiting until it happened. And you mentioned lane pressure. That was one thing I called out in the cast. You guys did a really good job of just keeping up the lanes. I mean, every time the spiders dropped, the lanes were pushed out at least halfway, so you got good value out of them. So none of them were wasted. So just a good job to everyone for just keeping that macro going. And something turns yellow, turn it blue, and let's go. So let's go to game 2, Battlefield of Eternity. So with that draft, are you thinking from the get go that you're going to be able to outburn them with Raynor, or are you looking to play more defense? I mean, what's the thinking going into that game with your draft versus their draft?
So what we were thinking was kind of in that specific instance, turtle 4-man with 1 shred. We've done multiple other strategies on that map, especially with like, say, like, just everybody just pick shred, see what happens, kind of for fun. But in this case, we felt that if we could turtle on our immortal for quite a bit and kind of defend them, keep them off of keep them on the back foot a little bit, I think that was our key to success. And it was a little rough in the early go because their Hanzo player is very exceptional at it, and the Li Ming was very much hurting me the entire time. So it was very tough to deal with that, but we were able to hold our ground just enough to get the advantage we wanted out of that.
Yeah, you guys did a good job of playing defense and sending Raynor back like you're talking about, the kind of the 4-1 there, and it was just enough. You gave up I think 1 immortal, That was more because they got some kills, made some good plays, and you guys took a little bit of structure damage, but you're able to right the ship and come out on the top with a win. So you guys are the third seed. So if I'm doing the math correctly, if all the top seeds win, that puts you as the away team for round two. But if one of the one or two seeds loses, you could become the home seed. So, are you guys going to be watching some matches and hoping the underdogs take them?
I mean, I feel like, the top 8 teams have made it into the playoffs. I feel like it's anybody's game. Like the the way that I always think about it is, the regular season is just kind of, the warm up. Once you get to playoffs, that's when the real season begins. So I don't doubt that, like, there'd be an upset or two here or there. I mean, that was us last season because we were the 6th seed playing as the 3rd team, and we had the upset in that regard. So I don't doubt that things like that can happen tonight or for next week or what have you. So I'm just very excited to see some very good, like, real good HOTS play right now. So
Yeah, it was. It was a very entertaining series to watch. Even if I wasn't casting, I probably would watch that and gotten some popcorn and definitely enjoyed it. So I think that was all I wanted to ask you about those two games. I will let you get back to your team, and before I let you go, though, anyone you want to shout out, the floor is yours.
okay, so thank you for casting us. I appreciate you doing that last minute.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Um, I would like to thank Bork Side of the Moon. Uh, I was sweating bullets the entire time, shot calling, so you guys deserve to be in the playoffs and in the running. You guys are a really solid team. Can't wait to see what you guys do for next season. I'd like to thank Clouded Minds. We did a really all the entire org and also my team. We did a really good job tonight. We have next week to do, or not next week, but following week for semifinals. Let's celebrate tonight and let's get back to work tomorrow.
All right, well, go out and tell the team I said congratulations on a good win. And I'm going to close it up there. And I would like to shout out everyone watching the cast. Thanks for coming out. Thanks, Ruffian, for the gift sub. I'm not sure who got it. Oh, Nullius, Ruffian given to Nullius. Congratulations. Unfortunately, you get nothing for the sub other than the pride of having a Rackham sub. So have fun with that. But thanks to everyone coming out. And I'm going to give a shout out to all of Div C. We didn't make the playoffs, but I played in Div C this season. It's the talent level is just really good. It's really competitive and had a lot of fun games. So I look forward to watching the rest of the C West playoffs. So you guys make your march.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
see you
it.
guys. Everyone have a good night. Be safe.
Cheers.